Mayor Rob Ford and his brother Doug hit the airwaves this afternoon, taking their subway plans directly to you. And CTV's Natalie Johnson was there as the Ford brothers kicked off their Sunday afternoon talk show and joins us live now. Natalie.
Hi, Andrea. Well, the Fords had a lot of time to talk about subways today, and they did, telling Torontonians it's not too late to convince the province to override the Transit City plan that Council voted for just a few weeks ago.
Hey, Mayor.
Rob Ford didn't just bolt his way into the building. He karate chopped through the crowd.
You got my sheet for the events this week?
Yep.
On his way up to the studio for his first ever radio show with his brother, the councillor.
Well, I don't know how people get down St. Clair during rush hour.
Not surprisingly, transit was much of the talk. The Fords fighting back against the council vote for above-ground light rail.
Keep fighting for those subways. We want subways. We don't want a St. Clair disaster all over the city. So we're fighting for those subways.
Fighting by asking the province to disregard the will of council and give the green light to underground transit.
Now, if the Premier chooses not to, I think personally that's political suicide, but you know what? That's up to the voters in the next election.
Meantime, voters were pledging their support for subways on the streets today. The Toronto Taxpayer Coalition also arguing that the will of council is not supreme.
We're petitioning the Premier. We want to be able to have a free vote in the legislature so that the MPPs vote the way that their constituents want them to, which is in favor of subways and not LRTs.
The group is launching a new ad campaign to put these pro-subway signs in buses in the city suburbs, spending up to 10 grand of their own money on it, but also saying they need more. And so the Toronto Taxpayers Coalition is encouraging subway-loving Torontonians to pay to put one of these on a city bus. Would you spend $50 to do that?
I think it's great. I think the message should get across and let the people decide. If it turned out to a referendum, it would, but I think we got to go subways. Why not?
You'd pay $50?
Yeah.
No, not personally.
No.
Why not?
Because it's a waste of money.
Well, I don't think these ads have anything to do with the issue and having to do with the eastern extension. This talks about subways in general, which I'm in favor of, but not where they're not needed.
The Fords say subways are needed, and they hope the Premier is listening.
All of this comes a day after an Angus Reid poll found that 52% of Torontonians would like the city to invest in subways, and that 60% want the provincial government to step in and take control of Toronto's transit. Reporting live, I'm Natalie Johnson. Andrea, over to you.